So I think you laid out in your book very nicely the correlation between iodinizing our salt and the prevalence of thyroid diseases. So did it happen in almost every country that has done that to their salt?
So it's a funny thing. It has, and the problem can be too little, too much, or a change. So the body has some level of adaptation. We can't perfectly adapt to any amount of iodine, but we try. And so when that changes abruptly, that by itself can also unmask disease. So even countries that had less than they needed, when they moved to amounts that were thought to be appropriate, that still would raise the rates of disease for periods of time. So it's a very, very tenuous relationship.
So how can we make sure that we're actually eating adequate amount and it's not?
So again, we've had 6 deficiencies since 1980. So to assure that you're consuming an adequate amount, you need to do nothing whatsoever other than eat a range of foods.
Okay, all right. So which means that nobody needs to supplement iodine.
You know, one of the most extreme populations would be pregnant women, as far as to make that statement for. The Cochrane Review Group, you know about this, but they look at large medical questions and do pretty thorough reviews of available literature and try to draw conclusions from that. They did a recent review on the effects of iodine supplementation on pregnancy. And they showed that doing so does not improve mother's health, does not improve baby's health, but it does raise the risk of mom having thyroid autoimmunity, and it does raise the risk of mom having marked morning sickness and other complications. So yeah, the idea of supplementing with it, even in pregnant populations, has gone by the wayside.
I'm wondering, is that in the prenatal vitamins?
It often is, and that's a fascinating story by itself. Many papers have been written about that being a problem and about the quality control as well. They do have it. They don't have the labeled amount ever. They often have many-fold the labeled amount.
Well, that's a little scary. Yeah, thyroid disease, I don't even know what the prevalence is, but almost nobody, well, I would say 85% of the people coming to me seems like the thyroid is not optimal.
Yep, it's very prevalent. It's very common.